Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one A Continuing Whirlwind of Fury. A Continuing Whirlwind of Fury. Call halal Yahawah Bahashim Yahawahshai. Call halal Yamla Alahayanawa Yahawah Bahashim Yahawahshai. And something that's on my spirit, and as the title reads, a continuing whirlwind of fury. And looking at the headlines, um, throughout the day. Um, it's just it's like the Lord is He's sending. It's just all the chaos that's going on throughout the world, but ultimately in this place here in America, Babylon. Donald Trump. President Donald Trump. He had his cabinet meeting today. And one of the things that stood out to me is his the U.S. Attorney General, um, uh, Pam, what's her name? Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi, the U.S. Attorney General. She, you know, she said in that cabinet meeting today that you know, you violent criminals you violent criminals are going to face the death penalty. You see? So, and we know um, the persecution, the persecution amongst the Lord's people, but we know they're ultimately coming after the prophets, the men of the Lord. You see? So, and we're going to be, um, the real servants of the Lord, starting with the prophets. They're going to demonize us for this word, for speaking the Lord's word, his truth. They're going to label us um, as terrorists. They're going to lie and try to destroy us. And some of us are going to be cast into prison, and some of us are going to be put to death for the name of the Lord, man. But that was one of the things that really stood out to me. And she said that we're coming after you, you violent criminals. And we see over there with Russia and Ukraine, they continue to keep trying to have these peace talks, and it just ain't gonna work because the Lord wants war. I tell you in Exodus the 15th chapter that He's a man of war. He wants war, and He has a controversy with the nations, and it is the Lord's determination to gather the nations down there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat in the so-called Middle East with all the nations' military. He's gonna destroy them. They're gonna fight amongst each other, but the Lord coming back with an innumerable amount of angels. He said, "When I come back, I will not meet thee as a man." You see, and He's coming to deliver His elect. But over there in Russia, Ukraine, they've been warring for over 1,000 days. What is it? 3 years already, and the death toll is over 2 million people have already died. That's not going to work over there. And the Lord is dealing with Russia right now because He's going to use Russia to spearhead this war against this place, America, Babylon. You see? And the whole situation, you got down there in Sudan, the whole warring, they're warring down there in Sudan. You know, there's a food crisis down there. The whole thing down there in Turkey, these violent protests, over 1,100 people got arrested, detained. You got even in the uproars, the violent protests down there in Tel Aviv, in Israel. You got what is that? In dealing with the Israelis, and the Palestinians. The death toll over there in Gaza is over 50,000. It tell you that the slain of the Lord shall be many. You see? So it's just like a storm that the Lord is just bringing across the world, just in these all this chaos and violence that's taking place, and it's only gonna get worse. Let me go here. Call halal YAHAWAHSHI. Just a quick hit. Something that's on my spirit. Let me go here. Jeremiah 23. Jeremiah 23 and 19. Jeremiah 23 and 19, and it reads, we're in that time of judgment, man. It says, behold, Jeremiah 23 and 19, behold, a whirlwind. See? A whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. See? A grievous whirlwind, a storm. You see? And that whirlwind, that storm is just symbolic of all the chaos and uproars and violence and that's taking place, and it's gonna get terrifying. This grievous whirlwind. It says it shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. It says 20. It says the anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed. See? The Lord's gonna execute this. It's not ain't nothing gonna go right until he execute what he said that's gonna happen. Death, famine, pestilence, war. That's on the rise. Until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days. We're in the latter days. These are the last days right here. In the latter days, ye shall consider it perfectly. Let me go here. Let me close out with this. Because there's no escaping this. The only way you're going to be able to escape this is through the Lord, and to get beamed up in them chariots, man. Because we know them thermonuclear missiles are coming. And those missiles are the Lord's weapons of his indignation. They're going to be used ultimately on this place here in America, Babylon, and that place, Israel, Jerusalem. But that place is going to be hit by missiles. It's going to be destroyed and burned down, but it's going to be built back up, because that's where the kingdom is going to be at. But this place, America, Babylon, is on a countdown. It's never going to be inhabited ever again. The Lord is just stirring the pot. Let me go here and close out with this. Amos. Call halal Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. See? This is why you gotta, right now, in this end, you gotta be totally in the spirit. Praying, fasting, and calling on that name. There's power in that name. Let me go here. Amos 5 and 18. And it reads, Amos 5 and 18, it reads, it says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. It says 19, it says, as if a man did flee from a lion. And this is just symbolic to the judgment that the Lord is bringing, with all these different judgments. the war, the violence, the diseases. Some of you are going to get die of these grievous pestilence, these diseases that the Lord is sending out throughout the earth. Some of you going to die in the civil war or get hit by them missiles, die in a famine. These are just individual. However, the Lord has it planned out for you, for those that obey not the gospel and that are not a part of the Lord's elect. But it says, as if a man did flee from a lion, and we know a lion is fierce. A lion is the king of the jungle. It's terrifying to meet a lion. But it says, but this is symbolic to the judgments how the Lord is sending. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear. We know how terrifying a bear is, and a bear met him. So you didn't just symbolic. You didn't escape the pestilence. You didn't escape the war, the civil war, the violence. You didn't escape the famine. But what did the Lord say? What did he say? He says it says, or went out into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. See, it says 20. It says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it? See, so there's only one way out of this, and this is through the Lord, man. And the Lord is just going forth all through the world, man, stirring the pot. Ain't no these peace talks and safety and trying to save America and unite everybody. The Lord said, I didn't come to bring peace, but rather division. You see, the Lord is coming back to destroy you other nations, which are the enemies, man. You other nations unto the Father, unto the Israelites. See, unto you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the Lord's coming back to plead for his people, man, starting with his elect. And he's going to deliver the elect in the end here out of his people. So it's destruction coming, man. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Shalom.